December 17, 1961, the world stood still. A young nation watched in disbelief as their charismatic leader was brutally assassinated. But this wasn't just any leader. This was the first prime minister of an independent Congo, the great Patrice Lumumba. But how did this come to be? How did the Congo go from celebrating independence to mourning the loss of their beloved leader? To understand this tragedy, we must go back to the beginning. The year is 1960 and the place is the Congo, a vast and resource-rich nation in Central Africa. For centuries, the Congo had been exploited by European powers, most notably Belgium, which had colonized the region and treated its people as second-class citizens. But now the winds of change were blowing across the continent. One by one, African nations were gaining independence from their colonial rulers, and the Congo was next. As the movement for independence grew, so did the need for strong leadership to guide the nation. And that's where Patrice Lumumba came in. A fiery and charismatic politician, Lumumba had dedicated his life to fighting for freedom and equality for the Congolese people. He was the perfect man for the job. When the Congo gained independence on June 30th, 1960, Lumumba was appointed as the country's first prime minister. It was a moment of great joy and celebration for the Congolese people. At last, they were free from the shackles of colonialism, and they had a leader who was not only brave, but also shared their dream for a better future. However, the road to independence was not an easy one. There were those who opposed the new nation, including some of the very people who had been in power during the colonial era. They feared that if the Congo succeeded, it would set a bad example for other colonies and potentially inspire them to fight for their own freedom. So they hatched a plan to destabilize the new government and get rid of Lumumba once and for all. Lumumba, however, was not one to back down. He fought tirelessly to protect his country and his people. But he was about to walk into a trap that would cost him his life. On September 5, 1960, Lumumba and his family were invited to a party at the home of the Belgian ambassador. It was a social event that many important people were attending, and Lumumba thought it would be a good chance to network and build relationships with some of the most powerful people in the country. What he didn't know was that this was a setup, a chance to get rid of him once and for all. As the party was coming to an end, Lumumba got into his car and started driving home. But he never made it. Along the way, his car was stopped by a group of armed men, and he was taken away. His wife and children were released, but Lumumba was never seen again. The next day, the radio announced that Lumumba had been arrested for treason and handed over to the security services. But everyone knew this was just a cover-up. The real reason for his arrest was to get rid of him. In the following days, rumors began to spread that Lumumba had been executed. But the government refused to confirm or deny these rumors. It wasn't until years later that the truth came out. Patrice Lumumba was brutally assassinated on January 17, 1961. His body was burned in acid and the ashes scattered so that no trace of him would remain. But why did they kill him? Why did the people who had been in power for so long fear a young, charismatic leader who was only trying to help his people? The answer is simple: power. Those who had benefited from the old system didn't want to give up their power. They wanted to keep the Congo as unstable as possible so that they could continue to exploit the people and the resources for their own benefit. In the end, Patrice Lumumba became a martyr for the Congolese people. His death inspired them to keep fighting for freedom and independence. Today, he is remembered as a hero, and his legacy continues to inspire people around the world. But what if his death had been in vain? What if the Congo had descended into chaos and never realized its true potential? That's something we'll explore in our next episode. Until then, remember Patrice Lumumba, the man who dared to dream of a better world and sacrificed everything to make that dream a reality. Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video if you found it interesting. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.